Hey folks, how you doing? Cory Henry is an organist that is known all over the world, but he started just like some of us at a small little church. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that beginners need to know to play like Cory Henry. Stay tuned. So if you're a beginner, you're probably wondering, how do these musicians get so talented and what should I focus on? Well, the first thing I recommend that you focus on is an incredible sense of rhythm and timing. So as you can see up here, you got to get that rhythm, man. Gospel musicians have mastered the art of the groove. See, we come from soul and we focus more on the groove than on theory. You know, it's more than just practicing with a metronome. It's how you incorporate the actual rhythm of the song into your playing. This is why a lot of classical and jazz musicians struggle sometimes on my website learning gospel, because our churches and our songs are very rhythmic, and that's the backbone of the gospel musician. If someone tells you, man, your chords are there, but there's something missing, it's probably because you need to focus on getting that soul. And by the way, I can't even stand beside, if I'm at a concert, I can't even stand beside somebody who's clapping off rhythm. Let me know if you feel me in the comments. Because man, that's so important. So that means that means immersing yourself in songs that have this incredible groove, because that's what's making this thing sound so good, man. He's just playing the same thing over and you can groove to it. Rhythm. Okay, so let's go to the next thing, and that is going to be perfecting and mastering your scales. See, when your teachers tell you learn your scales, they know what they're talking about. Those scales are so important. It's not always those exotic scales. We're talking about the major scales, the minor scales as well. I want you to listen to this, what he does here. Okay, so hold on. Now watch this. He's going to do something, and I want you to listen to the scale. It's crazy. Oh man, so now that's crazy, right? Now, if we are a beginner, we're wondering what in the world did he just do? But this is why I said mastering your scales is where it's at, because number 1, you have to have the fingering to even pull that off. But number 2, practicing your scales will also give you context the more and more you play it. Let's listen to what he did again. Now, I transcribed that section, so let's look at that on the screen. Okay, so now there's a lot going on. So let's check out what that is. And we're going to put these notes on the screen, but we have this F, F sharp, G, A flat, and then B flat, B, D flat, E flat, E, and then G flat, A flat, flat, D flat, E flat. Notes are all over the place. And again, this sounds so nice, especially incorporated within the groove, but it's scales, and it's really just 2 scales, the harmonic minor scale, the A flat harmonic minor, and the G flat blues scale. And so the A flat harmonic minor, and in fact, in a previous video of mine, I found that Cory has a preference for the harmonic minor, but he deviates from it because he plays, because of where it lands on the groove, he doesn't play a G, he transitions the scale to the F sharp blues. So after the E, he goes to an F sharp, then he continues on with the F sharp major blues scale. Now, someone's going to say, but what about the first notes? Well, that's just him walking up chromatically, which is just going up in half steps. So, and that's the whole scale. So as you can see, it looks crazy when we first play it, but then when you realize, oh, these are just scales, I just have to learn my scales. And let's play that with him and see how it works. Okay, and then of course he comes down with the same scale, the major blues scale. But again, It sounds so complicated, but transcribing this gives us that knowledge of what he's actually doing. You can see it sounds so good, but see, some of us want the understanding to come before we've memorized the scales. It doesn't work that way. You have to spend time actually memorizing your scales. So go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go on to our last thing. So what's the third thing that we need? I forgot to write this last one. But let's try this next thing. The last thing you're going to need to know as a beginner. So check this. Oh my goodness, did you hear that? Now, what in the world is that? That's going to be something that I call triads. See, musicians, here is the last thing. See, triads can be the most exotic thing you've heard if you've placed them correctly. Why am I saying learn triads? It doesn't even sound like he's playing triads, right? And that's because it's what he's doing in his left hand. See, he's playing the same thing over and over again, but what's making his chords sound so exotic and so new and so different is his placement. And what we mean when we musicians say placement is it's not just about knowing what a triad is, but you're using your ear to figure out where to place it. And that's an important part that we as ear musicians can't skip. So that part that he's doing, and then he's going. He's got this E triad. See, he's got a D triad and a D flat triad. And one of the things that you can do to help you get really good with triads, let's take Amazing Grace. And then that's saved. We're going to use in our left hand, we're going to play an A, a C sharp, and a G. This is a dominant chord. Now we're going to try different triads in our right hand. Our left hand won't change. Now jazz musicians would like to call these upper extension triads, but the gospel musician, what I want you to focus on is just don't even focus on the name or the theory. What you want to focus on is what sounds good, what triad sounds good in your right hand with that chord. So I can do a C, I could do, look at this, a regular old C triad, C, E, G. And some of you may not even realize a B triad could work with that chord. So let's try Amazing Grace, and let's try a B triad. So we're going to try that triad, a B triad. Now, someone's going to say, I like that. Someone else may say, I don't like it. Does your ear like it? Let's go up a half step. We do the same thing. A C triad. Look at this. I'm playing a C triad, but over the same bass notes. We can try a bunch of different ones. I could go a D, E flat, E. Right? So let's try just a bunch of triads. Let's try a D triad. Let's try an E flat triad. Let's try an F triad. Right? Let's even try an F sharp triad, just to show you how many things could work over this one chord. And this is what I mean by getting good with triads, is that we place things and we say, I like that chord. See, all of those seem to work, right? But then you would take and you say, I like the F over this, and you have a nice chord that you can use, but it's really just this F chord is being placed over this dominant chord. And what will happen is your ear will start to form this preference for what it likes and what it doesn't like, because that's what playing is. It's emotional, and it's you finding a connection with the things you like. And if you like the triad over this A, then this is your go-to chord, and you can keep using that. And so this is all he's doing. He's playing over this F. And he's going back to the D triad and going back there. Okay, so what do you think about these three ideas? Rhythm, scales, triads. Do we ever outgrow these ideas? In the comments, let me know. If you're a beginner, you're just starting out, or you sound like a beginner, right? Don't get discouraged. I need you to remember that focusing on rhythm first will actually have you sounding advanced quicker than focusing on some of those other things. Anyway, talk to me in the comments. I'm out.